We're at the Plantation, an elite functions venue in Sardinia Bay in Port Elizabeth. The Plantation has just been named as the country's best wedding venue, and the chef here has worked all over Europe and in Africa. Let's go and meet her. Our guest chef today is Humpel, and Luann is making a lovely tomato tarte tatin for us. Luann, I've heard of sweet tarte tatins as a dessert or something for tea, but I've never made a savoury one.
Yes, it's actually a lovely starter to serve. It's very fresh, it's easy to make. It was the starter that I made when I came for my interview and it sold it, so it must be a winner.
Take me through the ingredients that you need to make the dish.
Sure, Louise. I'm going to start with the ingredients for the basil pesto. It's Parmesan cheese, fresh sweet basil, fresh cloves of garlic, olive oil, salt and pepper. And then to put the tart together you need puff pastry, fresh rosa tomatoes, a little bit of sugar just for the acidity of the tomatoes, and then rocket and baby leaves and a balsamic reduction.
Let's briefly run through the method for the recipe.
Louise, it's so easy. Basically the first thing you have to do is start with a basil pesto, which you just take all the ingredients, put it in a blending jug and blend all the ingredients together. Then season to taste with salt and pepper. For the tart, you take the puff pastry and you cut it to size. Pack your tomatoes in the tart base, sprinkle with sugar, put the basil pesto on it, put the pastry over and bake. That's basically what you need to do. It's really simple.
Let's get started.
Basically what I'm going to do is cut the puff pastry to size. You'll see I used a foil pie dish because we're going to make individual tarts which each person then will enjoy. So you don't have to worry about cutting a big tart and making it look nice, anything like that.
Could you make a big one as well? Or is it
oh yes, no, you can definitely make a big one, but I just find that it's easier to handle a small one. You can work with it better. Cutting a big one is like cutting a pizza and it can collapse and all of that. Okay, basically I'm going to take the tomatoes now, pack them in our foil container. The reason I took rosa tomatoes, cherry tomato is a very rounded tomato, where this is a long tomato, so you can pack it better. So now I'm going to just pack our tomatoes in here. And I've tried to keep the rounded bottom facing the which is eventually going to face the top of the tart. It just gives it a nice finished touch. Now I'm just going to take some sugar, sprinkle the sugar over for the acidity of the tomato, the pesto, sorry, which you then just put over. Nice generous dollop of that. Then you take your pastry, put it over and fold it in. And that's your tart before you put it in the oven.
Luann's made our 6 little tartlets, and you've baked them in the oven for between 8 and 10 minutes. But should a person rather just be guided by the colour of the pastry?
Yes, definitely. You don't want to overcook them, but you want the pastry to be a nice golden colour. So use your judgment there. As soon as they're golden, they're ready.
Let's get them out of the oven.
Sure. Ooh, that's hot. There we go. Louise, now our tarts are done. Let's assemble them. It's really simple. Basically, you just take them, hold them in your hand, I buy balsamic reduction. It works out cheaper. You can make it, but it's a lot easier, trust me. I'm just going to give a nice drizzle on the plate. Turn your tart out. Oh, look at that.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
Put it in the middle. Going to toss a little bit of salad leaves with olive oil just to give them a nice shimmer and shine. And that's your starter.